Hey y'all, I am James. I am the coffee educator here at Driftaway. Welcome to Coffee Stories. This month we start roasting coffees on July 18th and our last roast will be August 11th. I am currently drinking the Bright Cold Brew Profile. It's a blend of two fruity African coffees. One is called the Ethiopia Layyoo and the other one is Kenya Rift Valley. The Bright Cold Brew blend has switched currently from the semi-washed Colombian that we had been using to a naturally processed Ethiopian, and it's gonna be like that for the rest of the summer. So the first coffee in this blend is a super delicious coffee from Guji, Ethiopia, and 35 different farmers contributed to this lot, and they have around 7 acres of land each, pretty small areas. After harvesting, they delivered their coffee fruit to the Raro Nansibo washing station, which is owned by Ture Waji. So it's called a washing station, but this coffee was actually not washed. It's a naturally processed coffee. It's pretty rare for us actually to have a naturally processed coffee. And our head roaster, Ian, said that, naturally processed coffees tend to be pretty over the top with their fruitiness. But this coffee is bright and juicy without those heavier base notes that are usually present in natural Ethiopian coffees. To back up a second, what am I talking about when I say natural process? Coffee is the seed of a fruit and it grows inside 2 beans inside each piece of fruit on a tree. Coffee beans or seeds, they need to be separated from that fruit in order to be washed and dried and sent to us to roast. So processing refers to how the coffee fruit is removed from the seed and prepared to ship to coffee roasters around the world. With a natural process, the coffee is picked off the tree and it's immediately put out to dry. Several different ways of drying it, but put out to dry. And natural processed coffees taste extremely fruity. And this is because those beans are sitting inside the fruit while they dry about 3 to 6 weeks and they're soaking up all that sugar. That's the Ethiopian natural part of this blend. The other coffee is from the Bungoma region of Kenya in the far western Rift Valley, and it's grown on the slopes of Mount Elgon. And for some of you out there who have been subscribing to Driftaway for a few years, Mount Elgon might sound familiar. It is, we've roasted another coffee from Mount Elgon the past 3 years, from the other side of Mount Elgon though, in Uganda. So the border between Uganda and Kenya splits Mount Elgon in half. And Mount Elgon is where most of the coffee in Uganda comes from. But the coffee region on the Kenyan side of the mountain, Bungoma, isn't as well known. The most well-known coffee growing region in Kenya is much farther east in the Central Highlands region on the foothills of Mount Kenya. So that's where most of the coffee that we're familiar with comes from, and that just like the coffee from the Gatamboya factory that we featured in May. But this coffee, this part of the blend, grown in this region I'm talking about, Bungoma, has a totally distinct flavor profile from both the Ugandan coffee on the other side of the mountain, which tends to taste more like chocolate and spices, and the Kenyan coffee from the Central Highlands, which tastes more like citrus and berries. So that's super neat. This Kenya Rift Valley coffee combined with the Ethiopia Layyoo Natural for this cold brew blend combines to taste like tropical fruit, caramel, and honey. So it's a super tasty, bright cold brew blend. I really hope you get a chance to try it. This has been the Ethiopia Layyoo and Kenya Rift Valley Bright Cold Brew. Again, we start roasting this July 18th. Our last roast will be August 11th. For more info, you can go to driftaway.coffee/KEC. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next month.